Do you have anything else you want to say about American Guitar Academy, your experience, or anything that we didn't touch on that you...
Let's see. It really is the best method for teaching and for learning. It's great.
What makes you come to that conclusion? Now, you've been with us for how many years?
Let's see, going on two and a half years.
Okay.
2.5 years.
What specifically has brought you to that conclusion?
Well, when you play guitar, basically, you're learning skills, and you're not necessarily able to put everything together. And you work really hard on specific things, and then all of a sudden one day, all of that work is paid off, and you're finally able to do what you want to do. The AGA learning system really is the vehicle to get there in the shortest amount of time. Yeah.
And you're saying that based on your experience using this method to help people learn the guitar for years now.
Yeah. It's incredible seeing the growth of some of these kids. Bethany, who's interviewed earlier, when she first started with me, I think a year and a half ago, something like that, she was playing very, very simple, open chords, and now she's learning solos. She's really, really taken a liking to the instrument. It was really cool seeing her come in with a new guitar, and she's just so excited about it. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's great.
When you because when we want to interview a coach, they go through an interview process with our director of operations, and then they get sent to you for the guitar portion of the interview.
Yeah.
And then when you decide to hire a coach, it's based on those two interviews.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say the average coach that comes in, if you had to average them all out, what would you say? Because one of the questions we ask them is, how long have you been playing the guitar?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say the average length of time a guitar coach that first comes in, how long have they been playing usually?
Between 6 to 10 years.
6 to 10 years, okay.
Yeah. Somewhere in that ballpark. And really, the question of how long people have been playing, you can be playing for 3 years and you can be a genius at the guitar. It really just it all depends on how and what you practice, really.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And the way in which you learn, and specifically the actions that you take.
Yeah, absolutely.
In learning. So my next question then is, since you're saying that most of the coaches that come in, usually not having learned from the American Guitar Academy method, usually learning from somewhere else,
yeah,
at least up until this point, they've been playing and learning for about 6 to 10 years on average. Where would you place them? Because you're the person that decides, okay, here's this guitar coach that we need to train in our method, and you put them on a page in our training manual, in basically the book that everyone else learns from. Only the training manual is a little bit more involved because it actually includes the content on how to coach the method as well. But what page would you say the average coach that comes in is on? Let's say, and what I'm asking for is which level, and then what basic lesson do they fall on?
Most of the time, they're going to have a bit of level 3 stuff, but everybody typically falls in the middle of level 2.
Middle of level 2?
Yeah.
And typically, just for someone who has never seen our method or anything, the middle of level 2, it would be bar chords, reading sheet music at not an advanced level, right.
But it's intermediate. Building solos,
right.
and pentatonic scales.
So that's where we would place that person to begin their training as far as new content goes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what would you say the average length of time it usually takes a student? And we call them experts here, but we're going to call them students on this video.
Yeah.
What would be the average time it would take someone who just came in fresh from lessons to get to that same point in the method?
Well,
the middle of level 2.
It varies. It varies from person to person, obviously, but on average, I would say 6 months to a year.
6 months to a year.
Yeah, I mean, if they're really passionate about it and they stick with it, yeah.
Yep. So truly, way faster than it took the average coach to learn
exactly.
that. Okay. The reason I'm asking you this is we've kept track of this for the time that we've been in business here, and that's one of the ways that we're able to claim that this method can help people to learn faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
I give lessons to a girl named Taylor on Thursdays, and she's been taking lessons, I think, for 2 years now, and she's just about done with the book.
Awesome.
She's just about through level 3. The advanced things that she's learning, I wasn't even thinking about 2 years in. It's crazy.
Right. And we've all experienced even faster results than that, just based on, I know I did when I was coaching, just based on where the person's desire is. First of all, their goals. Everybody has their own sense of where they want to end up, and then how much time they want to choose to put into it each week, of course. Yeah. Okay. Awesome, Rusty.
Cool.
Thanks.